Go ahead.
Who's down for some Don McLean lyrics. Bye these TNT guys. Maybe topic sounds moronic. Let's just ramble all night. Those TNT boys talking waifus and all might. Maybe this will be the day the podcast dies. Maybe this will be the day the podcast dies. That sounded way worse when I said it out loud than when I said that 5 minutes ago.
I was listening to it and the way you said it,
Well, I don't want to sing it. With no
you weren't
backing
even
track.
singing it. You were just saying it. I was like, this is great.
I'm
Oh,
monologuing.
God.
I'm actually okay with this.
That was definitely something. Something happened.
Something happened.
Hello, everyone. What is going on? My name is Stupidi, and welcome to the first ever live TNT podcast, episode 70. We're trying out a new experiment. Hopefully, it works out well. We're just going to go ahead and I figured, we do this Tuesday night right around 8 o'clock. Instead of recording and editing it later, why don't we just live stream it? That way I don't have to edit it. I'll just make an audio version, which is much easier down the line. And then post that, and then I don't have to do nearly as much other running around tomorrow to get it out, and you guys get it earlier. And we can interact with the chat, which is probably going to be like Cypher and like 2 other people and Kid Creator, and that's about it. But it's okay.
Nah,
it's okay.
man, we got so many fans.
Wow.
Totally.
YouTube's website, nope, there it is. Now it says we have 4 watching. But hey, that's 4 more than we would have watching if we didn't do it live.
Cypher, you're right. The titty expert is here.
All right, but for those of you who are watching only because it is live, on my right...
I'm Friedman, also known as Andrew, but mostly known as Friedman.
And on my left...
It's Just Tyler, a.k.a. Big Anime Titty Expert.
Oh my god.
I don't like that title has been given to someone other than me, but I'll have to allow
I
it for
deserve this. I fought for this.
Alrighty.
I put my dignity on the line at
oh
work.
My god.
My place of work.
Jeez.
now. Yeah, same. It's not a hobby, it's a lifestyle.
So hopefully
Yes.
everybody can hear us okay. Let me know if there's any audio issues because I gotta balance live instead of editing it in post. But hey, hopefully it's good. But we're gonna get right into the news. We don't have a ton this week, mostly because not a lot happened, and but hopefully we'll have a topic.
We'll actually have time for a topic this week.
Yeah, but we will. We'll try to get a topic in there at the end and see where things take us. We still have 2 topics. We need to figure out which one we're doing, and we can't take a break, at least on the unedited audio version, because we're doing it live.
So we'll just have to
fuck it,
rotate.
We'll have to do.
Probably.
Yeah, we'll rotate seats to get water and use the bathroom and such. But first off, hot off the presses, Tyler, 3 people messaged me this before you did, all on Discord, and this is the important news. We were talking about it last week that there were rumors that a Master Chief Collection PC was coming, and lo and behold, like hours ago, if not like 2 hours ago.
Yeah, this is hot off the press.
Confirmed. And in the weirdest way possible. So, did you watch the trailer, Tyler, or read anything about it?
Of course.
Well, the trailer, didn't show anything, but do you know...
Yeah, it just showed clips of things that we've already seen.
Yeah, I mean, hey, look, these games that came out at least 6 years ago, look, they still exist.
Yeah, man.
But yeah, this is incredibly exciting. I mean, me and Tyler are so pumped. One of my Magic buddies said who literally paid me in quarters for cards he got off me this weekend, said he's going to find a way to buy this game. It's coming to Master Chief Collection. It's coming to Microsoft Store and Steam, which means me and Tyler are going to play it on Steam for anyone who wants to join the Let's Play. Because especially with us playing Crackdown right now and dealing with the fucking Microsoft Store interface on PC. It's not good.
I think they heard us. I think they honestly heard us, through, the wires, yo.
Well, also,
Well, they just listen to our podcast,
interface
obviously.
is garbage.
you're not wrong. They probably did. But on a more realistic note, honestly, I think I'll get there, Hectic Angel. Don't worry. I'm pretty sure that they realized that if we're going to go with this strategy of getting Xbox Game Pass and our games everywhere, like with the Switch and everything that we've talked about, they clearly were like, you know what? Why are we making our own store? Let's just go with what we have, what is popular, Steam. Let's earn some goodwill. Go to Steam, and people will love it. Now,
fuck Epic Launcher.
Yeah, for real though.
Who
absolutely.
Said that?
Now the weird thing is they're not putting out the whole game at once. Tyler, did you hear this?
Oh no, I didn't read that. I just
So-
got hype. Aiden called me like literally 2 seconds after I watched it,
Oh hell yeah!
and we're like, "Oh my god, this
So,
is amazing."
Here's the thing: they're not putting out all the games in the collection at once. They are adding Reach, and Reach is going to be the first thing that they put out
Why?
because they're doing it in chronological order.
Oh man.
I immediately don't like this.
Everybody disliked that.
Everybody just like
Everyone disliked that. Oh come on, man.
So, as everyone in the chat is pointing out, I am not a fan of Reach, but
Right.
it kind of doesn't matter because it's going to be Halo on PC. So, day one anyway, it doesn't matter if it's fucking Reach. I'm going to still play the fucking thing.
I am gonna play Reach.
Tyler, I'll be there suffering along with you, so it's not like you have to do it alone.
But it's like, well, no, all right. Like, I felt Reach was okay, right? I don't think it was the most stellar game. I thought it was good. I really enjoyed their invasion mode, and I'm surprised that they didn't keep at it.
But, I mean, you're not entirely wrong, but at the same time, it's like, man, but you could have picked any other start point. Like,
Hey, man.
I feel like Halo
Well, no.
1's like the strongest start point you can pick, and it makes
Yeah.
pretty much.
I
You're not
agree.
wrong.
Where
Nah,
else,
fuck
where
it,
else
we're gonna
would
do
they
it.
I
do
mean,
it, right?
so you know what's funny? It literally, I gotta double check what the order actually is. Maybe this IGN article, if it hopefully doesn't play fucking sound ads immediately.
Immediately.
Where does it say? Okay, well I don't know where the fuck it
It
says.
can't come to Xbox. You got to get on PC.
Can Reach come to? Oh yeah,
PC
so this is,
Master Race.
so I think I said it, but Reach is actually a new addition for the MCC coming to PC.
Yes. Yes, it is.
Which is, this thing is literally every Halo game except 5 now. Like that's what this is gonna, and 4.
ODST.
I thought ODST's in the package.
Oh, they ain't.
Is
Where
it?
is it?
Yeah, look.
No, it's only
this
the
art-
Master
th- no.
Chief Collection.
Yeah, it was in after launch.
After launch. That's
Yeah,
why.
ODST wasn't in it originally, because I remember I was planning on doing ODST after I finished Halo 2. That's why. So, because people are, I'm sure, curious, everyone messaged me because the Let's Play never ended. I never finished Let's Playing the Master Chief Collection Legendary Co-op because after Halo 2's first session was such a train wreck, I was like, fuck this. I'm waiting till I can do it better. And thank God I waited.
Correct. Now the boys are gonna do it.
Absolutely. So, I think what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to launch a Season 2. This is what's going to come out is going to count as Season 2 of Master Chief Collection, because we're going to replay Halo 1 and Halo 3. Like, I'll play that game 10 more times for the channel. I don't care. Like, this is just going to be Season 2. Me and Tyler and more people for the games that have 4 people. Unless you somehow don't want to be in Halo 1 and Halo 2, Tyler, which seems unlikely.
What kind of dumbass shit?
So,
Fucking,
me and Tyler-
you don't want to play some.
Look,
of
we
the
don't want to assume, but we
favorite
should
games
probably
of
just
ours.
assume.
Nah,
mean,
you should assume. It's safe to assume.
So me and Tyler are going to go through the entire Master Chief Collection on co-op, on Legendary, and we will bring in potentially Tyler's friend Aiden, and possibly other people, anyone we can wrangle in to finish this entire thing on Legendary in co-op. Halo 2 is going to be real fucking rough, but if we can at least communicate, it'll be better, I think.
I can
And
feel the disaster coming.
it's going to be bad.
Definitely.
But it's okay. It'll be just like Crackdown. We're suffering together. But yeah, that's the plan for the Let's Play, because obviously that's what everybody cares about. I don't think they announced price. Actually, it's on Steam, so I'm probably gonna live pre-order this, because I don't care. I have to buy it.
Freeman. You can play that. Let
Well,
me get
I know.
Freeman's take,
I'm
dude.
debating on it. So here's the thing.
Cypher, you don't need Xbox Live because it's on Steam.
Yeah, you don't. Yeah, you don't need that. Yeah, you don't. Oh,
But yeah,
well,
the
it's
one
good
thing I
you
wanted to
don't
say before we try to convince Freeman, no release dates announced yet, as far as I know. Yep, Master Chief Collection. Is there even a price? Oh, you can't even pre-order it. It's coming soon page. Well, I'm adding it to my wish list, if nothing else. 2 people on my Steam friends list already added it to their...
Yeah, of course. Of course.
But yeah, so... What does it say?
Hector, we're not going
Wow,
last.
okay, so...
Absolutely not.
So here's the description. Wait, how have 14 curators already said so? Whatever. For the first time ever, the
games did come out like...
Yeah, I know. But the Steam page probably just came live.
Oh, yeah.
For the first time ever, the Master Chief story comes to PC, featuring Halo Reach along with Halo Combat Evolved, Anniversary, Halo 2 Anniversary, Halo 3, the ODST campaign, and Halo 4. This is the definitive Halo experience. Honoring the iconic hero and his epic journey, the Master Chief story is brought together with a total of 67 campaign missions, plus more than 120 multiplayer maps and Spartan Ops maps.
You're saying this like I haven't played all.
Now built for PC with mouse and keyboard support and up to 4K UHD and HDR. This is the collection Halo fans have been waiting for. We're going to play every game in 4K. That's amazing.
Yes.
But sorry, now we can convince free. I just
now we can convince
the fact that every but when they say the multiplayer maps, that means the multiplayer for the entire collection is going to be functional.
Yeah, I mean, well,
you say it's a given, but it easily could have not been.
I'm not saying it's a given. I'm saying that shit was broken.
Oh yeah, on the Master Chief Collection,
dude, on Xbox One.
But you know what's great? Imagine if I almost hope that this is like the culmination of literally spending like 3 years getting Halo up to speed, and like getting the Master Chief Collection up to speed, and now that they're ready, they're like, okay, let's push the fucking button, people. Let's get it on PC.
Man, that's a 5-year button. No, it came out. No. It came out like what, 2 years ago? 3 years? 3 years ago.
At least 3.
4 years ago.
Anyway,
yeah.
Now we can work on Friedman because, man, Friedman.
So here's the thing. So this came out last week during some video game topic, but like during the time you guys were all playing Halo, I was over in that Nintendo side of the yard thinking that the GameCube was the hot shit. So I didn't play Halo when it came out. My only real exposure to it was playing Halo 1 multiplayer on our school computers. And
hell yeah, dude, I was a champ.
Yeah, my graphic design class. And then I went to go play the PC version of Halo 1 like forever ago, before I had a real gaming computer. And I got so lost and bored in the first hour that I just didn't continue. So that stopped me from playing the story of it. Yeah, I know, deep cuts. But the point is, I'm not opposed to trying it again. I'm just saying I wasn't there at the time, so I won't be able to experience the nostalgia.
That's fine.
No, that's
Freeman,
fair.
What if I bought it for you?
I mean, I would buy it myself.
I will buy this for you.
You really don't have to.
I'm not screwing around. I will buy it for you.
Freeman.
My birthday is probably going to come up before this game releases anyway, so if you really want to do that.
Who even knows if it'll be for actual purchasable sale by the time your birthday comes around?
Yeah, for real, though. You might have to hand me an
I'll be like,
IOU.
oh, late birthday present, whatever. Take it.
I got to say, Freeman, me and Tyler, so Halo 1 and Halo 2 are 2-player co-op only. The rest are 4-player co-op.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure me and Tyler would both happily run through the entirety of Halo 1 and Halo 3 with you when the other isn't around. I will play this game until I fucking die. I have played Halo 1 and Halo 3 so many times. This never gets old.
To answer Hectic Angel's question that we had got Halo on the school computers. So
it was that Halo multiplayer demo.
Yeah, so it was small enough that we could distribute it on a flash drive. So what we did is we had this game exchange where everyone would go around swapping flash drive files. Like we had
Quake 3
Game Boy
demo
Advance emulator with every Pokemon game on there.
Yep.
We were playing Quake 3 demo. We were playing the Halo 1 multiplayer. And the computers were just good enough to run it at like 6 frames per second. But everyone was running at that frame rate, so it was fine. StarCraft ran pretty well, but you never had enough time to actually finish the game there.
Yeah, I never had StarCraft going.
We could only pull this off. We had like Tim and I were both in programming class, and then we had graphic designer last year. It was like electives.
Yep.
You always had space for like one elective, but the point is that's how we did it.
Yep.
Very productive classes.
You guys are on that weak flash drive shit. We were on that network shared file that somehow administrators found.
Oh wait, Cypher has just posted. Apparently, it says on the Steam page requires Xbox Live, requires third-party account Xbox Live. Now, it requires the account. The question is, does it require gold? If it doesn't require gold, it doesn't matter. And I'd pay for gold. I'd pay for gold anyway. I don't care.
Yeah, I don't.
Well, it's gonna be one of those things, right, where it opens up in, I guess, a different launcher, probably.
It's probably gonna open the Windows stuff. I'll still buy it on Steam.
I'm still gonna launch this shit through.
I'm still gonna buy it on Steam.
And before they resurrect Windows Live.
Oh God, no! Please. I already realized.
People.
Let it go, Gohan.
Yeah, right.
I just realized I forgot to update the description with the time code for when we started talking about Halo, so I got to make sure I do that on our topic switch.
Yeah, right.
I think we have to switch though, because I mean I think we could just gush about Halo forever, but
oh wait, hold on. I wanna touch on, because it was a GG man wanted to talk about Halo 6. I'm gonna tell you one thing. They're never gonna give me. I know you asked Tim, but Tyler's gonna tell you I'm not spending another red cent on another Halo game sequel.
Oh yeah, no.
I said it.
I mean we'll play Halo 4 because it's literally part of the collection and play Reach, but like I'm never buying
Even
5
then,
as long as I live.
I'm still like, ew, I don't want to touch it.
It's gonna be like Crackdown. We're gonna be complaining about it the whole time. I mean we'll do it because it's there, and I mean we have to do it, but like I wish they would do Reach and 4, and then we could be like, okay, good. Whew, we got all that out of the way. Now we can move on to the real Halo game.
Right. Oh, shouts out to my boy Mark in the chat. And yeah, maybe cross-platform, but I highly doubt.
That seems unlikely, possible, but it seems unlikely. But then again, Microsoft's been doing weird shit like okay, I mean, honestly, when this came out on Xbox, who expected this collection to come to fucking PC?
I was, you know, well,
with the way Windows is now, anything can happen.
Yeah, because I'm like, yo,
Microsoft.
I only need one game to justify me not buying an Xbox.
I know. Now I'm never gonna boot up my Xbox again.
Now I never ever need to get an Xbox One ever.
I mean, this is literally how long, Tyler, have we been talking about trying to get us to do the LP together? And you would
first started hanging out, like 2.5 years ago.
And now it's like, wait a minute. Now we just go on Steam, baby.
Now we go on Steam. It's coming.
Oh God!
It can't interfere with the 2077. I'm gonna be dead though, fam.
Oh my God!
I'm gonna be dead.
When do you think that's actually coming out, though?
It said. Wait, hold on.
They have no release date at all.
They're gonna be at E3 though.
I thought it was Oh,
if it's at E3, oh my God, that means we have it in a year. That means it's within a year. Has to be.
Yeah.
They only announce it now.
It was supposed to be this year, though.
Oh, if it's this year.
I
don't care when.
Live on air. I'm gonna look this up.
I'm pretty sure they haven't said anything in terms. The IGN article said they haven't said anything in terms of release date, but I mean, it better be this fucking year.
Wait, what is this?
I'm like dreading that it's gonna be. You know what's really funny? On the Steam page, most of the screenshots are Halo 3, Halo ODST, and Halo 1.
Oh my God.
I think I see one screenshot or two that I can obviously tell are from Reach or 4. No, that's a 2. That's Halo 2. And that's Halo 3. It's nothing in this is from Reach. There's no Reach or 4 screenshots.
And there's a huge reason for that.
Oh my God, yo, if they
don't say it.
Don't ruin this.
I want to.
It's fine, say it, hurry.
They remade it.
Wait, what?
Is that what you're thinking?
No. I thought you were going to say release it at E3. Thinking. What do you mean? Wait, what do you mean?
Oh, I thought you're still on Halo Reach.
They remade Reach? What?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Oh, I thought that's because you guys were talking about.
Talking about what?
Right. Halo Reach. I'm still looking into this, but I'm like half hearing what you guys are saying.
We're saying they don't have Reach screenshots. All right.
I was saying the screenshots on the Steam page are all Halo 1, 2, 3, and ODST.
Yeah. Well, all right, never mind. I don't see a release date on.
We have not talked about Sword and Shield yet. Freeman, apparently they're based on Arthurian legend.
I don't think they've shown them off yet, though. Everyone's just speculating.
Yeah, it sounds like the Pokemon
But
community.
I wouldn't be surprised. Did they show them off? There's no way I missed this news.
Wait, what? They
The
shouldn't show
Pokemon. It seems unlikely though.
Oh, I
know
didn't
it's
see
definitely
anything
going- oh, no,
outside of the
Cypher's talking about
3
Reach.
starters.
Tyler, Cypher's
No,
saying
they-
that Reach is not remastered, which seems
Yeah, I
reasonable.
figured not.
I mean, 3 didn't even get remastered. It got just buffed to... Didn't they just redo it to 60?
Yeah.
Then
Dude,
again,
if
it's...
they
I mean, how are...
remastered Reach, but not 3. I
Murder.
committing a crime.
Murder.
Anyway, but about Pokemon, yeah, I wouldn't be surprised the legendaries were definitely based on something.
I mean,
involving
it's the
European
map
lore.
is England. Like, of course
Yes.
it's Arthurian legend.
It's gonna be cool. I can't wait for it.
All right, Tyler, we're going to have to put you to sleep. We're going to switch topics now.
Oi!
We've been going for 20
Put 'em in
fucking
the dirt.
minutes.
Hey, man.
This is
is
going
gonna
to
be
be
real
quick,
short.
though. This is just kind of neat news. So, Magic the Gathering War of the Spark, or the code name is War, because every code name for a Magic set is 3 letters.
And finally, we have a real code name that's actually a word, which they never do.
Yeah, they usually do what was it? Hour of Devastation was HOU for some reason.
HOU.
But we have a bit of news that's really interesting. The teaser for this set came out a few weeks ago and showed off very blurry stained glass images that people could tell was a bunch of planeswalkers. 36 to be precise. Well, this week, Wizards, or was it this week or no, end of last week, Wizards put out images of all of those planeswalkers in high resolution. And they look really cool. And 2 of them, at least, no one knows who they are for sure. Right? We have that lady with the
2 of them are
hat.
very new, and everyone's speculating.
And at least one of them is like from the novel that's come out to go with it. And another one is like from a story recently or something. Either way, the images are really cool. But along with that came the news that there are 36. Every one of those planeswalkers has a new card in War. And there's going to be a single Planeswalker card in every pack of War, just like there was a legendary in every pack of Dominaria. So clearly that tech test worked for the printer.
Yeah, where they can just make sure that there's at least one of a card in a pack.
So Freeman, I just thought of this question. Do you think this means we will have non-mythic Planeswalkers, or will there only be mythic Planeswalkers and no other mythics in this set?
They're definitely gonna be non-mythic. So they've been toying around with the idea of what would a rare uncommon planeswalker be. We're definitely gonna see it.
I don't think we go down to uncommon.
I think we could if you made an on so. What was
feels
it?
like too much.
The sagas in Dominaria were basically planeswalkers on rails. If you could do a concept like that, where someone doesn't really have a choice, they could either do a big effect or do a small effect twice before it dies. Then you could do that in uncommon.
Here's a question though. Doesn't that rob some of... Doesn't that... Hey, I did not add this story. Freeman did.
Yeah, I want to... All right, we'll be real brief, because everyone's apparently not enjoying the story. But anyway...
we never talk about League, because I'm the only one who knows anything about it, and I barely follow it anymore. Go ahead.
So here's my theory, and there's no way this is happening. My theory is this is the last set that's going to have Planeswalkers in it for a while. So they might be throwing all their ideas at the wall and then cutting them for plot-related reasons.
See,
but
terrible,
like
Morrow actually just spoiled the other day that the next set after Core 2020 is going to be a new plane. How does a new plane tie into anything without Planeswalkers? Even if we don't, they just mean too much to the game.
Yeah, they do.
I'm pretty
Especially
sure,
given that they're so story focused, they can't go to a new plane without a connection to the plot line now. They used to do it all the time, but the only reasonable way they could do it is be like, oh, we're gonna do Lorwyn
to be
again
fair,
or some shit like that.
we don't know the story after War, so we don't know what the state of the universe is.
Yeah.
But regardless, I don't see them going below rare for Planeswalkers and only then for characters. But Planeswalkers are the iconic faces of Magic. You know what I mean?
They are, yeah. Especially
how do you pick and choose who gets shafted? Do you Narset gets to be a rare? Oh, Ugin gets to be. Well, Ugin's like a spirit dragon. He has to be mythic. Well, Narset.
No, it's all gonna be based on power level of the card, not who the character is.
But then you get people pissed. People identify with a Planeswalker more than anything. So how do you pick and choose who's the character? Oh, look, like Freeman, I told you,
It's all
Val
about
is so
limited balance. We
excited.
don't give a shit what the rarity is.
Val has been flipping out because Soren has artwork, and it's him outside of his fucking rock and on Ravnica. We haven't seen him in 3 years. But, like, what, are you going to tell me he gets out 3 years later? He gets a rare that sucks?
Oh,
Yes.
you're telling me this motherfucker's out the wall now?
Yes.
Yeah, apparently, which I'm
There-
mad about because
that-
I wanted his
Christ,
like
how long? So wait, how long has it been? 3
Last
years?
story was 3 years when the
2016, I think, is when he got
Yeah,
stuck on the wall.
I remember when I first met you guys, and you guys were like, "Oh, hey, Tyler, this is Val. She really likes." I'm
and
like,
then
okay,
he's-
what about him? Oh, he's a vampire. Yeah. Oh, he's stuck in a wall though. I'm like, what? You like a vampire? He
So-
sounds like. I remember talking to her though.
Yep.
I
That
was like, so wait, you like a vampire that's stuck in a wall? He sounds like a shitty vampire. She got
So, yes, but the villain from that arc, Nahiri's also apparently going to be that. Like, there's just, we'll learn more soon. The set is coming out, what, in
May, I believe.
May? It can't be May. That's when Horizons is.
Is War's not in April?
I think it is.
That's really soon.
It's before Horizons, and there's never less than a month of.
No, May 3rd.
What? You're telling me Horizons is coming out in the same calendar month?
So I'm not
That's
sure if you remember this. This
crazy.
always happens. It's 4 weeks after the spring set. The like innovation thing happens. Like I remember
I
that
guess.
was Eldritch
Wow.
Moon got so like no
Just-
one gave a shit about it because Conspiracy 2 happened.
No,
like, 3.5
no one
weeks
cared
later.
about Conspiracy 2 because it got sandwiched between Eldritch Moon and then a Modern Master set came out like a month
not
after.
caring about
No, my
Point
thing-
is, they were so
regardless.
close to each other.
Regardless, it's a mistake. Like everyone's already paying attention to War, and we don't get spoilers for a month. Yeah, like actually, it's a month. Whatever.
Anyway,
Hey,
yeah, no. It's,
you meet a rock mage who builds a wall around you. That's basically how it
makes a
works.
ton of sense. Anyway, I have confidence that Wizards are going to pull this off, but let's move on.
Yeah,
Spicy.
Hectic, how do you get stuck in a wall? Only bad vampires do that.
Oh my god.
That's what I'm saying, dude.
Look, if he died, Val would have been inconsolable for like a month.
It's fine.
Okay.
He's going to die in the next set, so get ready.
Oh
He's
my
gonna
god.
die in the next.
You better pray to
Only to
God
come
someone
back.
never hears you say that.
It sounds like, cause what was it? That's the whole thing, right? With these magic planeswalkers, right? They all die or they do some dumbass.
No,
shit.
they die and are
Like,
gone,
none
dude.
of them have died.
Oh,
Like,
really?
one-
They
Venser
die? It's
died?
not like supernatural.
Venser sacrificed himself. There's a big difference.
Oh. well,
No, there
excuse
are
me,
totally dead
princess.
planeswalkers from the story. So to be fair, it hasn't happened much since they started getting planeswalker cards that weren't legendary creatures. But like old Magic is littered with bodies.
Yeah, pretty much everything before 2008 or 9
Yeah.
is a bunch of dead characters.
Oh,
But
also,
sometimes, like,
this is
they're all story
definitely
characters. They don't want to kill them.
this is also, I mean, for anyone who follows Magic lore even a little bit, ever since like Battle for Zendikar / Oath of the Gatewatch, when the Gatewatch was formed, this is literally the equivalent of Avengers. Like
Exactly.
this next set, the lore is basically going to be what Endgame is. It's hilarious that they're coming out at the same. There's a reason people
oh my
call.
goodness, you're right.
There's a
Nico
reason-
Bolas has the
yeah.
Infinity Gauntlet.
It, literally. There's a reason people have jokingly referred to the Gatewatch as the Justice League ever since it was created.
The Jace.
Because it's really not that different.
It's really just the Avengers. We even had the teammate leave because she was a bitch. We had new members show up. We had team members leave. We had the villains build their own team. Like, it's just the event. Like,
We had the Guardians of Dominaria.
like he's doing it differently, but Nicol Bolas is literally trying to become a god again, and that's his plan. And it's like, oh look, you're trying to assemble the stones, I guess. Anyway, now a guy is making Dark Forces in the Unreal 4 engine. That's cool. I also saw a preview of someone making a Pod Racer demo in Unreal 4, and
Oh, man.
okay, that'll never turn into anything. All right, next
Yeah,
topic. Octo.
Just
All
like
right.
Anthem, bro.
Here you go, Freeman. Octo Man.
So this one came up, I think it was a couple days ago. Square Enix has acknowledged that Octopath Traveler, which was supposed to be one of their shitty little side games, outsold all of their AAA releases for the last couple of years. And they're like,
God damn.
crap, people really like this style of game.
Wait a minute.
So what they did is they ported the Octopath engine to mobile, and they're releasing a prequel, which is going to be a single-player handheld RPG with the same combat system of Octopath Traveler. They did mention, as with every handheld or not handheld, mobile game. There are microtransactions, but they said they're not necessary for completing the story. So I don't know if this is going to be like costumes or extra
We'll
class
see.
or some shit. It's going to be some mobile bullshit. But if you can beat this game all the way through without spending extra money, I might actually consider playing it. I need something good to play on mobile. If they can solve the whole controls or shit issue, like if they can make it so you don't need a D-pad and you can actually just like click on things or have your character follow where your like finger is, if they can make it mobile friendly, this would be a lot of fun. But if they try and do this, slap a D-pad over the screen,
Oh my
Oh,
god, those are
no.
the worst interfaces.
like I almost played Final Fantasy VII for mobile, and then I saw the controls. I'm like, no, not doing this.
Not
yeah,
me.
man, that's stupid. But oh yeah, I'd be kind of interested in at least entertaining the idea. I'm not a big fan of mobile games these days, but I
Nope.
don't know. I like Octopath Traveler.
Yeah, Octopath was like, so here's the thing with Octopath. It is pretty pick up and play. The only problem is I like hearing all the voiced lines during people's stories, so I never play it when I'm like on the go. I like to sit down and listen to it, and I'm at odds with how the game is actually really good to play, and just I want to get it, like I want to indulge in the story.
So before we go to the next topic, I'm assuming that's kind of it for Octopath Freeman, or
Yeah, that was it. I didn't really reveal much besides that.
Cypher actually just asked, is there going to be a Let's Play where Freeman's in it, possibly MCC or something else? I'd like to have Freeman in on another Let's Play. The problem is we're still in this weird limbo with Rainbow Six where Luigi, like, we just can't get our schedules to line
Yeah,
up.
it's hard to get him free.
I think that what we'll maybe what we'll try to do is find something that the three of us can do co-op. After me and Tyler finish Crackdown, because I'm pretty sure it's not out yet. Me and Tyler recorded the third session of Crackdown the other day. It'll come out this weekend. We only have probably 1 or 2 sessions left.
Yeah, we don't have that much left.
So, and I'm gonna try to like do the propaganda towers on my own. Maybe even that'll be what I do after this instead of grinding in Neo. But after that, I'd love to do a nice PC co-op game. We just got to find something that the three of us could.
This is where I would
realistically play.
Like, I would be like, yo, let's play Left 4 Dead, but my graphics card won't run.
Wait, really?
Oh, yeah, no, you've told us about this before, where you just
Yeah.
it won't do Left 4 Dead.
Oh,
I'm like, yo, as much as I love Left 4 Dead and I'll play it on realistic, can't play it on my PC.
Dude, I would die. I suck at Left 4 Dead. I don't know. We'll look into it. I'd like to have, because I don't want to do. I don't know. It feels wrong to do Siege without Luigi, because that's like the original crew, man. That's our team of cops.
That is our
The original
team of
SWAT
cops.
4 squad.
Yeah.
The OG. Yo, you know who else played SWAT 4 with me? Aiden.
Oh, Aiden, really nice. Well,
Aiden's
Aiden's our possible fifth someday.
But to answer the question, it's not an if Freeman will play again.
Yeah, it's
when
it's
will
when
Freeman join
it's
Let's Play again.
Yeah, it's more that like right now I'm balancing Crackdown, trying to get Siege, doing the podcast once a week, getting Neo going, trying to finish fucking Shadow of the Tomb Raider. I spent a lot of time trying to grind the fuck out of that game just to get it done. There's a lot to go on. Like I also want to just finish Shadow so I can play something more fun. I think I have a Star Wars Season 2 in mind. It's a lot to do. Anyway, let's start our next topic. Oh yeah, I threw this on there. I don't know how much. Well, someone threw a subtitle.
Marvel.
Yeah, so Captain Marvel came out this weekend and had the 6th largest opening ever.
Damn! Wait, time out. What the hell is this?
Yeah. So I'm curious. Who are the top 5?
I don't know.
What is this though?
I saw it on Reddit,
this?
so of course it's true.
What is this little thing under this?
Oh, Freeman
So
must have put
I
that.
put a note in here because so Google sends me notifications throughout the day, and it's usually the dumbest news articles they push me. And I got one today that says, "Is Captain Marvel just Dragon Ball Evolution done right?" And I sat there, I'm like,
God.
"Oh Lord, we're reading this
Wow.
article." So I went into it, and apparently the same makeup artist who did Dragon Ball Evolution worked on this movie. So like the villain looks exactly like Piccolo in Dragon Ball Evolution.
Oh boy.
Her final form at the end of the movie looks like Super Saiyan.
Oh my god.
Glowing
Yeah,
eyes and
well that
everything.
we all knew.
Hey,
This
man,
is it's
maybe
just Marvel's Dragon Ball Evolution.
Maybe it is Marvel's Dragon Ball Evolution. It's just
Oh my god.
I don't know, man. It just might be.
But I don't know anything about the movie. I'm probably gonna see it on. I think on Sunday. I'm going to see it. So
Yeah, I'm probably gonna see. I have really no interest in seeing.
You are
movie.
entirely
I'm
correct, sir.
interested in seeing what matters for
Right.
the movie.
Exactly. That's the only thing I'm really gonna end up seeing it for, and that's just because I'm like, oh, like another superhero from space, like whatever. Like, I'm kind of over it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
dude, I'm
Dragon Ball
not gonna
Super
lie.
was airing, and I got enough of that.
Yeah. I don't know. Marvel has a huge weekend. Good for Marvel. Speaks to how well Endgame is probably gonna fucking do.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's just great. Good. Another Marvel did huge, like big numbers, big numbers.
Not surprised either.
Yeah, I mean we're all gonna
I'm
go.
surprised given the bad press. Well, it's not completely bad, right? I would
So-
say negative for some people.
So I'd actually say I wonder if without bad press this would kind of get up to like a similar thing as Black Panther. If there wasn't negative press around it, this was just a look at how much a woman can lead a movie.
But like
You know?
Wonder Woman
I don't
did
know.
fantastically.
Yeah, Wonder Woman did fantastically because there wasn't bad press and the main actress saying dumb shit that causes everyone to get pissed off.
Right.
And Wonder Woman didn't do as well only because Wonder Woman was from DC.
Yeah, it's not Marvel.
Right.
Like,
I would agree there. I would say if Wonder Woman was in fact Marvel, it probably would have beaten Captain Marvel, to be honest.
fucking, I bet Wonder Woman 2 is probably going to crush it once it comes out.
Oh yeah, especially after how well received the first one was.
Exactly.
I don't even think it was a 10 though. A lot of people
If
are like, oh,
no,
I think I
it only
talked about
looked
it.
it only looked as good because it was compared to the other DC movies. I mean, it was
Yeah, it
good
was
on
a
its
lot of
own,
people
but
It was
were like,
Diamond in
oh,
the
man,
raising
like
of a
this-
diamond, but oh boy, was it a diamond.
alrighty.
Yeah.
Oh, this is another topic that Friedman just added.
Yeah, that's why I went for that diamond in the rough transition.
Oh,
Oh.
there it is.
Because today
Oh.
Disney put out a new Aladdin trailer, which I'm not gonna lie, it was a lot more promising than that crappy teaser we got with just blue Will Smith shoving his hand in the camera's face.
Oh, yeah.
Honestly, if you take Jafar out of the movie, it looks fine. Like, let's be real. Will Smith is just very Will Smith in this. He thankfully he has a ton of scenes where he's not blue the whole time. Anytime that he's supposed to like be a person, like he's a genie, and then sometimes he'll be like walking with Aladdin as if he's a real person, and then he looks just like normal Will Smith in like Arabian wear.
Well, yeah, because him being blue all the time would have been a lot more CGI work.
Yeah,
or
way
makeup.
more expensive. But it actually looks a lot better. Some of the jokes are pretty good. If Jafar was just actually Jafar, this movie would be fine. But the CG looks good. The songs actually sound really good. They brought me back to my childhood, made me like actually give a shit about this movie being made again. I don't know. I'm not seeing this in theaters, but I'm less disappointed about it being made.
Okay. I believe you.
I didn't care before, and I still don't care now.
That's true. I care about as much as I cared about all the other
reasonable
Disney.
points.
Let me put it this way: the other Disney remakes didn't look inherently terrible from the get-go. Like, I know, obviously, like you said, this trailer looks better. I haven't even watched it because it's another Disney remake of an animated movie that doesn't need to be remade in live action. I don't care. I still have to see. I probably am going to miss out seeing Lego Movie 2 in theaters. Val still wants to go see How to Train Your Dragon 3. Got to go see Captain Marvel. And we're a month and a half away from Avengers.
Hold on. So Hayden Dill just brought up a fun point in chat. Is it me or are they showing a bad trailer first and a good trailer? So this is a big theory everyone has, that they wanted a bad trailer first to stir up controversy and get it on everyone's radar, and then release an actually decent trailer right when it's still kind of like in everyone's mind.
That seems weird, though. It's Disney. Why do they need to do that?
Maybe, I don't know. They're playing like 4D chess
Stir
with
the
their marketing team. They
controversy.
know what they're doing.
I guess if controversy isn't really controversy. You know what I mean? Like, oh, Will Smith looks bad, but everyone's still talking about it.
Look, man,
Like, that's
bad
different than
CG is one of
political
the-
controversy.
It's one of the biggest talking points in anime right now, and if Disney can harness that energy into their marketing team, then so be it.
Oh God.
Man, we're just cruising through. This is great. We might actually hit
These
a
are all
topic.
short topics. We'll get. Yeah.
Why,
Yo.
so, who added this topic and why?
I did.
What's the
Devil
topic?
May Cry 5. Why? Why? Yeah, that's a good question. Why do we care? I just wanted to bring it up because I want to point out that even though I'm not like the biggest fan of Devil May Cry anymore, it got good reviews, and I also want to point out that I'm like crushing it this
Tyler,
year
you're
so far.
buzzing
Your
it
mic is
out.
dying on us.
Oh no, not again.
That's a little. That actually
No,
was
no.
perfect when you just.
Yeah.
Oh god.
I was gonna bring up the same point you did. So I follow this one page. I think it's like Game Amnesia on Facebook, and they posted an article about the Capcom CEO saying Capcom is back. And I think I had like maybe 1,000, 2,000 likes on that article. And the top comment is Capcom finally learned their lesson. They owe quality to their customers, not number to their shareholders. And that thing had 10K likes, more than 5 times that of the
Wow.
article. So I'm hoping Capcom learned their lesson. I don't remember what episode it was, but I was bitching about how Capcom canceled Mega Man Legends 3 because they let the community help them with parts, but they didn't get enough feedback. So they said, oh, I guess no one wants this game, and canceled it. And it's like, bro, you're mad that the community didn't make your game for you, so you canceled it? Like, they had a long string of terrible decisions, and this just might be the start of the new era.
I mean,
of Capcom.
RE2 in this is like apparently fucking killing it.
Yeah, Capcom. If you're listening, this
Here, you know what?
what you're doing, listening to your loyal customers. This.
Is there a way
Keep
to
doing this.
top sellers? I'm going to top sellers on Steam right now. Devil May Cry 5 is currently the 3rd highest seller on Steam after coming out 5 days ago.
Oof.
Oh, man.
It's only
Oof,
being
Steve.
beat by something called Factory Town that came out today. It looks like some
Factory
dumb
Town.
little, not dumb. It's an early access little indie game. It's you know what? It's probably made by the guys who made Factorio.
You know what?
That's
It's
probably
10%
why-
off. That's why it's trending.
That's because it just came out.
Would you-
It's 10% off, and then Shadow of War is 60% off, Definitive Edition, 60% off sale. So that's why those are both beating it, and that's it.
Oh, man, this is just Minecraft Redstone circuits, but with less steps.
How
Dude,
would you guys
that's what I'm telling you. It's
like an additional person to the
what? The podcast?
just for a sec.
Why are you bringing Aiden into
already
the
met-
podcast for a second?
See, there you go. So you already know what it is.
Yeah, but he already interrupted. Oh, man. That's a funny
that was
story.
pretty funny.
So, Freeman, you know how you busted in on the first Crackdown
Crackdown
session?
one? Yeah.
Fucking 3rd session, Aiden busted on the
Oh,
chat.
my God.
It's
he
Yeah,
about
like,
to
well, that's
bust in the
our
podcast?
fault for not going into a locked channel or
well, but we
whatever.
both times we're like, we're just playing online. We don't have any plans with anybody. Why is anybody going to... And then Aiden just pops is like, hey, guys, what's going on? Internet debut.
Yeah, man.
I mean, why don't we just play
that's fine.
Siege with Aiden afterward?
That's fine.
Because we're doing it. We have a good rhythm going. We're doing good. Speaking of doing good,
Anthem's doing
I'm
shit.
not speaking
boys.
of doing good.
Anthem's doing shit.
Yeah, we're talking about Anthem.
See, look at
again.
that. Look at that segue.
Tyler. Oh, you just
Hard
stole
breaks.
the air out of fucking Freeman's Weeb sales.
I did. Nah, I just wanted to mention how it was also funny that the same thing is happening where people already moved to the Division 2. They're like, fuck this.
I know it's a meme,
Dude,
but
that's guaranteed.
this is some gamers rise up shit. This is everyone's teaching these companies like
Everybody
we're
disliked
not
that.
going to give you money anymore. Like, go make good games.
Yeah,
Go make good
some
games.
people-
Thankfully,
I like this
Capcom already
trend.
learned the lesson.
Yeah, right. The trend of actually voting with your wallets is.
real
I'm not that hopeful though. People have shown that they get really uselessly not committed to that.
correct.
Well,
'Cause
well, here's the
people
thing.
Are not reliable.
You know
like,
what'll
it used
help?
To be,
Okay,
It used to be if you bought a game, that was it. They got your money. But the thing about like Anthem and Destiny 2 is these games where they don't give a shit about the upfront money. They're trying to keep you in the system. And the second, like, you can buy their game, but the second you show them their long-term system doesn't work, it's like, you got to have a real game you're selling. You can't sell me a store.
You know what I hope? I hope that as our generation, like people in our age group are getting to the point where they're getting married and having kids. Like, and so within like 6 or 7 years, our generation is going to be being the mom and dad walking into a store to just say,
To
give
buy
me the
Fortnite
biggest
for our
game
kids,
for
yeah.
Jimmy. And hopefully this will be the thing that we're knowledgeable about enough that we can like not be fooled.
Not be fooled.
I don't know.
By...
It's so easy to say as a slightly younger generation to be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna be the one who, when I'm a parent, I'm definitely not gonna fall for any of this bullshit, and I'm gonna be careful about it. And then it's like every generation turns into the same shit where it's just like, just give me the thing, whatever.
Yeah,
Yes.
because then you're just like, oh yeah, Jimmy, just fucking here's my card.
Oh, that's what happens right now. Here, take my credit card and leave me alone.
Yeah, exactly.
Child. Anyway, this is getting really dark. I already set the time. I already set the time code for weeb shit, but I guess I'll roll it back another 3 minutes.
Tim's already named his first child Jimmy and won't let him play.
Hell no, never.
Yeah. You're damn right.
You know what I'll never let him do? I'll never let him watch Slime because this is
anime.
the first week I haven't watched Slime. There, I said it.
Man, Tim has just transitioned smoothly into the weeb shit. Let's do it. So,
Ooh, I like that.
Tim,
like
you're
butter.
actually done watching Slime.
I felt no draw to watch it yesterday.
So, I'm part of used to be part of what they call the no drop master race, which is you finish every show you start.
That's what I usually do.
I give up on that lifestyle a while ago, but given there's only 3 episodes left, I'm in it to win it, and I'm already
With
aware.
Slime?
Yeah,
Maybe
I just want to know.
Sit down and marathon them. You know what? Maybe I'll just wait and like marathon the last few because I can't. It's so hard to give a shit every week. That sounds better. Maybe just sit down one night and be like, oh, we got nothing to watch. Hey, let's just finish Slime.
I mean, it's really easy to just like keep it on while you're eating or something. Like it's not.
But you gotta
it's not that
that's what we do.
difficult
We
show
watch
to
over dinner. But instead of watching Slime, we watched fucking Twilight Zone tonight.
That's a good call.
Yo, the new one looks dope.
Dude,
I'm excited for it.
I know we're going off of weeb shit,
Yeah,
but like it looks pretty cool.
I want to actually see an episode. That's what matters. Because I was telling Val, like, we watched the second episode ever of the show. 1 street block, 1 apartment, 2 main actors, a secondary child, and about 10 extras. And they made an incredibly gripping episode.
Yeah,
that's like $500. It's so much doing something deep with nothing. And I don't want the new show to get, oh, we're the Twilight Zone revival. We have a budget and everything. I have faith in Jordan Peele. I really hope it's good. But let's keep doing weeb shit. Cypher, we'll talk about Shield Hero.
Yeah, we'll talk.
Do we want to talk about it now, or do you want to do news, Freeman?
No. Let's go to the end. I want to do my last one, and then we'll just talk about an anime that's airing and we're watching.
Perfect.
That last topic I have in here is shit I'm watching.
Gotcha.
So real quick, this is news that dropped today. Crunchyroll and Adult Swim are forming a partnership for distribution, and I saw this and at first I'm like, what the fuck happened? Everything on Adult Swim is like, or not Adult Swim, but everything on Toonami is Funimation right now. Like, what the heck is going on? And then I learned that this isn't really that groundbreaking because Elation Media, which owns VRV and Crunchyroll, is owned by Time Warner, who's consolidating them, Boomerang, Cartoon Network, Adult Swim, and like one other
Holy
thing
shit.
into this one department for children and young adult.
This one department that's going to have a streaming service.
So,
oh my god.
No, I think they're trying to. All of those other branches are under VRV, so VRV is their streaming service.
Okay. They're
So-
streaming Umbrella.
So seeing that there's now Crunchyroll now has another like skin in the game partner to help them with distribution because they were just like they're like, oh, we know how to stream, we don't know how to do literally anything else, and that's why they had Funimation partnered, and now that's gone, they needed someone. But it's weird because Funimation is still putting like all their shit on Adult Swim. They're still pumping up their own website. They haven't 100% committed to Hulu, even though all their shit is still going on Hulu as well.
Because they
It's
still
really
need
weird
that
right now.
TV block. Still got to have it on Toonami at night.
Yeah, for real though. For all those incoming weebs who are still in high school, this is how they get in. Like, if you look at Toonami's current lineup, it's stacked. They have.
Let me look at that.
What is it? I don't know.
I'm
I don't know. Look, no, read the actual lineup. I want you to tell them how this is.
I want to look it up first.
Tsunami lineup.
Saturday nights on Adult Swim. Please don't play a loud noise. Oh god, this website has lots of loading.
Oh yeah, look at that.
Start playing
Sounds like
this.
every Adult Swim page.
Okay, just show me the fucking. Just show me the lineup.
God, give me the.
Where
thing.
even
Give
is
me
the lineup?
fucking-
Show.
Oh,
You
no,
have to click on
schedule.
Saturday.
Okay, we got Dragon Ball Super, we got Boruto, My Hero, Sword Art Online, Megalobox, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, Black Clover, Hunter x Hunter, Naruto Shippuden, and Attack on Titan.
Shit's popping. This is
that is pretty stacked.
like
I'm
if
not
you're
gonna-
just getting into anime, this is a great lineup to just watch on Saturdays.
like these are like all of these are bangers.
These are all like 8 and higher animes here.
Yeah, like I mean I don't watch Naruto Shippuden, but like
Actually,
I
no,
respect
Boruto's
it.
trash. But except for that, all these are really
Is
good.
Boruto trash? Okay.
Yeah, I'm still
I'll take
watching.
your
It's
word
really
on
not
it.
that great. But yeah, no. So Crunchyroll's gonna partner with them. We might see some more exclusives on either side. But moving on, outside of that partnership, we got Netflix still playing their own anime game. They announced a bunch of new shows and partnerships with different studios in Japan. I put the 3 important ones on this list because the others aren't that big. The first one we already knew about. This was they're doing a new Ghost in the Shell standalone complex anime. I think this one takes place.
I was gonna ask, does it take place after the end?
Yes, I think it's supposed to be a sequel.
Whoa.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys watched Standalone
Nope.
Complex.
I've only seen the first season, so I need to watch the second season of
Want me
Standalone Complex.
to spoil it?
Go ahead.
I won't.
All right.
I won't.
Nani.
Well, the next
Let's
one.
just say it doesn't leave a lot of room.
A
to
lot
be
of
like,
room
"Wait,
for a
what
sequel."
the-"
Oh, geez.
Wait a second.
All right, I know what that means. But the second one they announced, which I thought Tyler you'd find interesting, is they announced an Altered Carbon anime where the plot of the anime is going to go concurrent to the show Altered Carbon. So it's same world, different storyline. The only thing is the studio who's working on it has done like almost nothing else. The only thing they've done are like CG heavy shows. So I think this is Netflix
boy.
like just going like, yeah, people fucking loved Agent and the Godzilla movies. Let's just go hard on CG.
No, they didn't. The Godzilla movie was fucking. Ugh. Never mind. Keep
Uh,
going. Keep going.
I mean,
I don't want to get into it again.
Whatever gets the normies happy, Netflix loves it.
I mean, if it's Cyberpunk, I really enjoyed the Altered Carbon show on Netflix,
Still gotta watch
so
it.
I'll probably give it a.
Yeah, I'm looking for that. Not vaporwave, synthwave anime. If they can hit that feel, I'll be happy.
Right.
But the last one, this is pretty interesting, is they partner with Studio Bones, famous for Hero Academia, among other shows. But they're working on an original story from the author of the what do you call them in English? Graphic novels.
Graphic.
Oh my
novel.
god. What do
Kick-Ass
you
and
call them in
Wanted.
English?
I was about to call it manga. I'm like, that's not what it is here. But I think it's gonna be pretty interesting, just because Bones has a great track record. And I know everyone kind of hates Wanted, but I love Kick-Ass.
I thought Kick-Ass was great.
Dude, no one likes Wanted, but everyone thought the fucking curving bullets was the coolest shit ever.
Oh, I still think about that all the time.
It's the one thing
Yeah.
everybody knows from that. Everyone's like, "Oh, you curving bullets? That's Wanted. Curving bullets."
Also-
People forget
never-
Chris Pratt was in that movie.
Wait, he was?
really?
Yeah, dude, he was the asshole coworker. That he
Really?
hits in the face of the keyboard. Yeah,
Oh my god! Wait, that's him?
that's him.
Oh my god! 'Cause
Look
that-
at
so
it.
the hitting someone with a keyboard is actually my favorite scene from that movie.
Yeah, it's Chris Pratt back when he was like not ripped.
Not ripped.
Back when he was still a small boy.
Yeah, man. Oh man.
All right, let's see this. Watching. Hold on.
I honestly don't remember anything of
Oh
that
my
movie
God, it's him.
specifically. So
Oh my god.
Oh
it's
my
him.
god, it's him.
Right.
Damn, he's young. Anyway,
damn.
but outside Netflix, back to Funimation's corner. So they are at some convention this month. I didn't write down this part, but they are showing the new Code Geass movie there live. It's going to be its U.S. premiere. But then they also confirmed the dates for the U.S. airing. So May 5th, it's going to be subtitled in all theaters it is airing, and 7th and 8th are dubbed, which is interesting because they still have yet to confirm if any of the original cast is coming back dubbed. And we're like less than 60 days out, so
Well,
The
I'm
dub's
losing
coming. Who's
hope.
in the dub? The dub's coming.
Yeah, pretty
the
much.
dub's coming.
That's how it feels, which is it's weird because a lot of the actors have started moving out of anime, and the ones that are still around are like explicitly not in the voice actors union. So
I
it
am
gets kind of
literally
like,
holding my
tricky.
Code Geass Blu-ray set in my.
yo, savor it. Oh, it had a really good dub. I'm not gonna lie.
I know it
Yeah,
did. I gotta. Just,
I watched the dub when it came out on Toonami.
Yeah, that's what I
Adult
did,
Swim Toonami or whatever.
dude. Every big voice actor's in that show.
Yeah, dude, you should try it, man.
I know.
Just watch it.
When do I have time for anything?
All right,
Instead
listen.
of
All those other
slime.
things that you're watching, you're doing, you just substitute that out with a code gas. I mean code Geass. Yeah, man.
Just do it.
Freeman, speaking
just
about
do it.
war from earlier.
So
Oh, no.
I've been hearing about this show for a couple weeks. I saw the first announcement thread and someone said, the War of the Five Waifus begins.
Oh, it's
And I'm
this
like,
show.
Excuse me.
The show is called, so in English, Crunchyroll was cheeky and called it the Quintessential Quintuplets. But in Japanese, the show, I'm not going to tell you the Japanese title because I want to describe the synopsis first. So the main character is this nerd in high school and he doesn't have any friends because all he does is study. So one day he runs into this new transfer student during lunch, and he makes fun of her for like buying too much food. So she like tells him off, walks away. He's like, all right, whatever. In the back of his head, he's talking about how like his family's got a lot of debt or whatever, and he just picked up this job where he's going to tutor some girl who has a rich family, and they're going to pay him 5 times his normal rate to tutor her. And he's like, all right, well, I guess I'll meet her later. And then he puts two and two together and realizes the girl he just told off is the girl he's supposed to tutor. So he spends all of the next day trying to like just talk to her to apologize, but every time he sees her, she's hanging out with these like 4 other girls who he doesn't know. And then finally at the end, they reveal that those 4 girls who won't leave her alone are her quintuplet sisters, and then he has to tutor all 5 of them, and all 5 of them are morons who can't pass the test to save their lives.
Oh man.
But then they flash forward to the end of the series where it's revealed that he marries one of them, and then bam, that's where it drops. This is How I Met Your Mother, except all the potential mothers are all quintuplets.
All right, I'm gonna hit you with it. This is actually retarded.
So that's why I watched it. So I heard this.
Oh my god!
And I'm like, wow, this sounds like some trashy harem anime. And then I was like, you know what? I haven't seen one in a while.
Like, there's
see how this is.
bad, and then there's advanced bad. This is
So
it. I'd rather go back and watch Tenchi Muyo. That was classic.
So here's the thing. It's not that bad. So one of the big problems with most, like, harem romance is that all the girls only have a relation with the main character, and outside of that, they might as well not exist. The thing about the quintuplets is all of them have a very, like, distinct character dynamic and where they fit in their family, and all of them have problems with each other. So it's not all about him and the girls. It's more like he just showed up and these girls already have these problems in their lives as a group, and he's kind of like working with them to fix it. So it's not so far it's not even a romance. Like, no one has shown any signs of like romantic interest. He's like barely even their friend right now. But it's not terrible. The problem is it's only gonna be 12 episodes, and apparently not all the girls have their like redemption arc until later. So in the comments, everyone won't shut up at this girl Nino being best girl, even though she's like arguably trash right now. For the chat, I'm talking about the show, the quintessential quintuplets.
Oh my god. All right, I might as well look this up.
I feel like you're gonna hate it, but I, as a trash weeaboo, I like this. So I'm gonna keep watching.
Like, the name itself makes me want to fucking gag.
So it's
don't
Japanese
watch it.
title
That's
it's just known as The Five Brides.
Oh, Christ,
my
fucking mighty! You see this, Tim?
Which gives everyone hope that, like,
So,
oh man, maybe he marries all 5 of them.
I'm not looking at any of it because when Mother's Basement did a video, like a preview of the season or something a few weeks ago, he mentioned it, and I was like, nope.
What the fuck is this?
It's not bad.
No,
you admitted.
no. Like, what is this, man?
If
Come
you
on.
look, I'm not gonna ask either of you two to listen to it or watch it, but if any of our listeners find that they
degenerate,
if you watched, what's it, Nisekoi, and you liked it, you're gonna love this.
All right, listen. If I find out any one of you listeners, watchers, get a waifu pill of any of these bitches, I'm gonna disown you. That's it. It's over. Like, I have not seen anything so disrespectful. Like, what is this?
So the show itself only has one real problem, and I wanted to bring this up. So in the manga, everything's grayscale. That's how manga is. So the author like explicitly stated they're quintuplets. They all look alike. They all have the same color, and they all sound alike.
Nope.
So one of the big gags is a lot of times they'll like pretend to impersonate each other, and this gag happens a lot. And it works well. Except in the anime, they decided, oh man, our watchers are just too fucking stupid to figure out what's going on here. So they needed to give everyone different hair colors, which completely kills any joke about them looking similar because you can tell them apart in an instant.
My God. Yeah,
talk about
like,
a poor
easily.
translation between art forms. Holy shit.
Like, you
this
said
is
that
a conscious
immediately, and I
decision
was
they
like,
made.
Oh.
And then they elected to not write the jokes out.
Yeah, because every picture I see is like how different they all are from each other.
Only
How do you do something so stupid?
look, man, I wasn't on the production committee. I didn't have a say in this.
Oh wow.
No, let's move on from this cancer. I can't.
Yeah, let's talk about a
All right.
great show and a guy getting kicked in the nuts.
So Rise.
You know what, Mark?
Against the
Fine. You
Shield
can
Hero.
watch this anime if you want. My boy Mark in chat. He's fine.
What?
Do it. He's like,
He said
yo, I
he's
wasn't
not
even
gonna watch it.
considering this
I see this
until
chat
you
popping
said
off.
that.
Oh my god.
Now he's gonna just to spite me. You know what? That's okay.
Okay. No, we gotta talk
Anyway.
about a good show.
Anyway, listeners, if you don't want to watch weeaboo trash like me, you could watch the real hotness of the season, which is the rising of the Shield Hero.
Dude, I said it. So I said it last week. Oh man, I'm getting worried because Slime is spoiling Shield Hero, making me see Shield Hero slow down. And then this week was like, nah, let's fucking go back to it, buddy.
It had literally a bit of everything.
Oh my god.
It had your cutesy bullshit. It had your waifu pandering. It had fights. It had betrayal.
It had blood pressure.
Got me sweaty.
Everyone's getting
mad.
salty. Anytime bitch shows up, I start sweating, and
Ooh.
vomiting, and
Ooh.
this show.
What's she gonna do, huh? How's she gonna? She was on screen for 3 seconds, immediately tries to fuck with him, like instantaneously is only there to be a bitch.
Like you see her on screen. If anything, if a doctor's like, "Hey, we need to see you in a stressful situation," and like they could put me in like front of a
Put up
drug
a
dealer,
picture.
or like put up a gun to me, like, yo, whatever, man. Puts up a picture of her up. Just no, I couldn't handle it, man. I wouldn't be able to handle it. No, get that out of my face.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
I can't wait for Shield Bro Wednesdays.
Oh yeah, I'm so pumped for tomorrow. Oh my god. Like, and especially with the absolute badass cliffhanger where it's like, yeah, you know what? That sucks. That's a shitty cliffhanger to watch, but you know that it's so justified. It's fucking ridiculous.
It makes sense for the character.
I love this show. It makes Wednesday the best day of the
Oh,
week.
your family is literally human piles of crap? Like, well, I'm not going to want to work with you, I guess. Whoops. Isn't that
you relate
weird?
to that bitch. Gotcha.
Oh, you share DNA with Mine? Well, I guess you're dead to me then.
You can neither confirm or deny your garbage. I guess you must be garbage then.
Yes, you must.
The amount of Shield Hero memes I found because of the Shield Hero Reddit after I went there on Wednesday last week.
They're all pretty fire.
They're so good. The amount of ones about Mine being fucking trash are just great.
Oh, come on. This is not worth the magic. You all are being cultured.
No
come on,
way.
fun
This is so
But for the
funny.
record, we do have the power of God and anime on our side, so don't even
We
doubt
do.
it for a second.
We do.
But
Oh my
but
God.
we've been going on. I'd say this is a good point to say that that's it for the weeb shit.
Watch Shield Hero. That's the end.
Yeah, watch
that's
Shield
the end.
Hero.
All right, so
Now
what
it's it
topic
for
do
the
we
weeb
want to do?
All right, so I came up with 2 topics for last episode. We didn't get to them because we kind of went over our
Listeners.
time. Since it was episode 69, I was like, oh, let's talk about fan service in like anime and video games. Is it too much? Is it too little or whatever? The second one, which is way less bullshit, and I think our listeners are probably going to enjoy listening more than us talking about anime for an hour, is longevity in video games. Are we seeing a trend where people are just jumping from game to game, or are single games keeping their communities? Like, I know one of the big things was, I think I was watching someone talk about StarCraft 1. I'm like, damn, people still play StarCraft 1. But then you go and you watch, like,
StarCraft 2.
people try and move from Destiny to Destiny 2 to Anthem, and people are just like hopping from game within the series. Or even better example, PUBG into Fortnite into Apex. Like, I'm seeing articles day after day saying, is Fortnite dead? And I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, it's
No.
not. But we have this trend of moving from game to game real fast. But it turns out that might not be the case, and I wanted to talk about that. So those are our 2 topics. Do you
We'll
want to talk
just do
about
that
anime
one.
titties or the StarCraft 1 professionals?
No, no,
As
no.
much as I love big anime titties. Actually, it's interesting. I know I brought up anime for like the 3rd time, but we literally talked about this earlier of how Shadowrun, there are people out there that, remember that game Shadowrun that was on Windows Live?
Ty, you're buzzing in and
people
out
out-
again.
There are people that have a server for Shadowrun still out
Oh,
there.
dude, yeah.
Why?
Why? Because they can.
That
That's the weird shit.
No, I
right?
think
Like,
I think a
that's-
lot of it is like it's more that gaming has made it possible for a community to still exist. Like I don't. I'm explaining this poorly. Gaming is always going to have people who stick with a game. Do you guys hear like a weird reverb?
No,
I think
it's just you.
my headset's like doing like a weird reverb thing. That was weird. Anyway, I swear to God, it was like vibrating. Every game, like hell, just today, someone was spamming a bunch of my old ground control videos saying, "Hey, we have a multiplayer community of ground control people." That game's like 20 years old. Every one of these games that produces passionate people has a group that lasts a long time. I think it's honestly just more that this Twitch culture makes it feel like people are migrating in, like you can see the herd more than before. Before it was you play a game and your friends play a game, and if you guys keep playing that game, great, you kept playing that game. Me, Alvin, and Ed last night played Civ 4.
Oh God.
Yeah.
So, I think
we
Twitch
play Empire
actually
Earth, but
Twitch gets really weird optics about games. So I wanted to bring this up real quick. I used to play CS:GO pretty competitively. What was I like double AK or something? Point is, I took a long break. I think it was right around the time I met you guys. I started playing Magic and D&D and all around way more weeb shit. But I went back to go play it, and I wasn't jumping into competitive. I wanted to just do like gun game or deathmatch or literally any of the casual modes. And I went from lobby to lobby, and there was never more than 4 players playing at a time. Like, this is definition dead game. And then you go and you look how many players are playing on Twitch, and there's still a shit ton. Like, CSGO has no optics of being a dead game, but outside of players playing competitive, the game's really not doing that great anymore. But no one will say that because it doesn't look like it. Mm-hmm. On the other hand, you go and you look at, like, this is my favorite example because we still talk about it every week. Overwatch, for anyone who's not familiar with our lexicon here. Overwatch has been dying in Twitch popularity a lot because it's not a fun game to watch. That said, Overwatch League is doing great. Its viewership numbers are up, but Overwatch in general is going down. People say it's a dead game. If you go in and you play Overwatch, that's just not a dead game. I can get into any match in 20 seconds.
Yeah, if you queue.
Oh, your mic is dying.
You're buzzing again a little bit.
What the hell?
It's probably just connection bit. No,
it might be connection.
Honestly, I think a lot of it is Twitch is a bad metric, but we've had no metrics for such a long time that people just rush to judge based on the one. Like, when StarCraft was a thing, the only people who had any idea were like the people in South Korea who clearly were advertisers that felt that they were getting their money's worth out of showing StarCraft on television. Now, people follow Twitch. Does it matter? Like, everyone says, like, League is basically a dead game. League is still a massive fucking game.
I hate when people, like, say shit like that.
People say a game is dead as soon as it's not on top on Twitch anymore. Apex came out and kicked Fortnite off for 5 minutes. Well, Fortnite's dead.
All right,
but we have no numbers.
Deeb's Nuts 100 brought up Tetris BR. And I think, and I'm going to tie this back into weeb shit, don't you worry. So, Tetris BR came out of nowhere, and I remember people saying, oh man, it's the Apex Legends killer. And I heard that, I'm like, you gotta be fucking kidding me. Like, this is such a dumb thing. Like, I hate that people say this. But the problem is, and I think it's just because of the age we're in. So, you go back to, like, StarCraft. When StarCraft 1 came out, games weren't coming out that frequently and very high quality. If a good game came out, you fucking played it, because there's no telling when the next good game is.
Yep.
And right now, we're getting kind of, like, barrage with high quality games. Now, some of them may have their flaws, some of them may have, you know, like microtransactions or like actually bad gameplay mechanics, but they're all generally like high quality games, and we're getting a lot of them really fast, such that people just jump to whatever's next, whatever people are talking about, and it kind of creates this echo chamber.
A lot of it really is Twitch streamers. Like, if you think about it, there's like 5 people on Twitch who probably have hundreds of thousands of viewers. And even if just half of them follow them to a game, it's why they do why advertisers pay influencers to play their games.
Influencers, yeah.
But
to tie it back to the anime titties, that's what matters, is you can see it's also reflected in how waifu culture has changed. So if you go back to early 2000s, you had
step
one
away
waifu.
For a sec. Keep going.
You had one waifu. That was the one anime girl you loved the most. But now that we're in the era of seasonal anime, where on any given 12-week period, there are 5 to 6 actually very good anime coming out that may or may not have a best girl in it. So you see people jumping between favorites or what they love, and then the season ends, and you might as well forget what just happened because you're about to watch 5 to 6 new shows that are like actually worth devoting your attention to. And that's kind of how the gaming space has become, where it's, you know, if you're not playing what Twitch is watching, you don't get the memes. You're left out. You have to keep up with it, and it's getting faster.
Would you say that it's more of a sense of community-based?
Yes, I think this 100% has to do with, you know, increased communication in the gaming community and just the rapid release of quality content.
You know what else it is? When that content is free. Because
content is free. Well, I would argue that is a part of it, but I would also say content that is readily available.
Oh yeah, I mean the internet making things. I mean back in the day, I mean free. They're kind of two sides of the same coin. Where the internet lets you get things right away. When we were kids, you had to go to the store.
You had to go to GameStop.
Or I remember super early Amazon waiting 2 weeks for a package for a game.
I had to watch at least 1 to 2 episodes of Dragon Ball Z every day. You know, that's hard when you can't binge it. It's terrible.
Only true 90s kids know the feeling of watching 1 episode of Dragon Ball Z a day, and then at the end of the month they go back to the beginning of the Namek saga just to give them time to dub some more.
And you're like, oh my god, kill me. This is taking way too long. I think when did Freeman, you might remember better than me, but like when did they end the Boo saga? I can't even remember.
Oh, so it was, I think it was like 2003 or no. I wasn't. All right. So listeners, this is why I know. So for anyone who can't tell, I'm Jewish. I didn't have my bar mitzvah yet, and that was in 2004. So it was a year or two before. I think maybe 2003 is when Dragon Ball Z ended in the U.S.
Oh man. See,
all I remember is coming home and I saw the end of the Boo saga, and then fucking Kyle Hebert, the narrator, drops into the end of the episode and says, "Next time on the final episode of Dragon Ball Z." And I sat there and I'm like, "What? No, that can't be right." Yeah, it was April 2003.
Jeez. But that had been going on for what, a couple of years?
What, Dragon Ball Z?
Or is it like a year?
Dragon Ball Z had been going on. It started airing in the U.S. in '96.
See, that's what I'm fucking saying. that was the struggle. If no one can tell me I haven't struggled after that. But yeah, but it's definitely true. The increase of trends and communication. But I would also say too that it's kind of helped the longevity of games, even though some games aren't as trendy. I would say the life of a game has increased significantly per average game compared to 10 years ago.
Just to answer Deeb's Nuts 100th question, did you guys see the Dead or Alive 6 season pass cost?
Oh, dear God.
Yeah. Oh, God.
So yeah, I'm going to tie this in because, Tyler, you mentioned some longevity, and a lot of it, there's some games that started offering season passes to keep you, interested over a course of time. Like Fortnite has it, Dragon Ball, Xenoverse, and Fighters, I think both have it. And then the thing that's keeping me from actually even buying base Dead or Alive 6 is when I saw how much the season pass costs. With Dead or Alive 5, if you wanted to buy all of the DLC, I think it was something like $5,000 for all the DLC in that game. Like Dead or Alive 6 is literally just a system for them to sell skins. 5 was, and then 6 comes out and they announced that the first season pass is going to be $93.
What? Like I see
$60 game.
What the hell, man?
Yeah, so this is very bad. This is bad. Stop this, Japan. You can't just keep selling me fighting waifus in bikinis and expect me to keep giving you money.
Yeah, listen, I can get that shit.
I know I may have done that in the past,
right?
but please, no more.
No more. It ain't gonna fly with me, all right? It ain't. I
Dead
mean, then
Alive,
again, I never really played
Dead
or Alive to begin with, but
I mean, Dead or Alive is fun. The volleyball you can stay away from.
What do you mean? That's a mainstay.
That's the core series.
Yeah, that's the core series. Everything else is just extra. You know that. That being said, I'm surprised they never made like another one after 2. I think they made a 2.
What, you're talking about Dead or Alive Extreme?
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
that's
they
the
did
second one.
Extreme Beach. They did Extreme Beach Volleyball. They did Volleyball 2, and then after that they realized like we need to expand outside of volleyball. Then they started just making Dead or Alive Extreme, and then they kept re-releasing on different consoles. So I think it's coming out for Switch soon. The newest version is coming out for Switch. It just came out on PS4, and that was where the Sony censorship controversy started kicking in. It's like, bro, you know what game this is, right? Like, if you censor this, no one's gonna buy it. And Sony was just like, no waifu, no laifu, get out of here.
But Sony has that one game. It's like a weeb trash game where like you run around and I think you beat the shit out of like mind control people, but
You're
like
talking
their
about
clothes
Akiba
come
Strip?
off. Yes, that's it. That's the
Yes, I was so tempted to buy that game. I said it looked like such a crap game
yeah, because it looks like a shit
because
game.
it's a shit game, but it's totally got that naked anime girl aesthetic if you're into that.
Yeah, no, fuck that. But they're gonna censor this though.
They even made an anime after it, and it was terrible.
Oh my god.
God.
Most anime based on games are terrible, but we're meandering here.
I'm just saying that games would last maybe I don't know, a couple months, maybe even a couple weeks. Once you beat it, you beat it. But now it's like, oh, you got like games like Overwatch, or like all these other games that come out with DLC. Unfortunately, they come out with DLC, but they last longer.
So
I just
Okay.
never mind. Keep going. When we have a pause, I want to throw out breaking news.
All right, well, here's a pause. What's the breaking news?
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Sorry.
now we're in the pause already.
I just opened up Reddit to r/gaming, and the rapidly climbing post is a picture that says "Let's play, Google," and it's a controller that is not like any other controller I've seen, and it has a Google logo on it in Google colors, and apparently there's a Google announcement next Tuesday. Google is planning on entering the console space.
Yeah, there are big articles about this going on now.
I'm gonna send the picture to the podcast Facebook chat so you guys can see what this thing looks like.
Yeah, listeners, you can't see it.
Very unfortunate that I'll never buy it because it uses the PlayStation thumbstick layout instead of the Xbox one.
You mean whoa, back the fuck up. You mean the Nintendo Switch Pro controller layout, right?
Yes.
Yeah, it's because obviously that came first.
Actually, no, hold on, wait. Which one does this Pro controller use?
Don't you have a Pro controller?
Looks like
Fuck
shit.
no.
Doesn't that controller... Dude, you know what this controller looks like?
What?
It looks like the
No,
Ouya
Pro controller
controller.
uses the Xbox layout.
The Ouya?
Remember the Ouya?
God.
I had an
yeah.
Ouya.
Dude.
I backed that on Kickstarter. This controller looks
Man.
like an Ouya controller. Tyler, Deeb's Nuts says that I've heard the controller's fake.
Oh,
Man,
well, there
when
we
is
go.
Sony gonna
See,
release that freaking banana controller for PS3? I've been like
Never.
waiting forever for this.
is the controller fake?
Let's see.
Probably.
Let's go to the.
The only-
I didn't read the comments. Let's see. This is not the official design. It's a mock-up based on the patent, though, which uses a generic controller picture for illustration purposes. But still, it follows the patent somewhat. Either way, it looks... Oh, my God. There's a link to an article where they talk about the patent, and it has like a top-down look. Yeah, it literally matches the design of the patent exactly. Oh, my God. Yep, we're also going to go with Sony's old, let's not have triggers, let's just have weird lever buttons on the back. Oh, my
Hey,
God.
man. The
Next
DS4
Tuesday.
has triggers now.
Wait, they
Yeah,
said
I know it
lever
does,
buttons
finally.
on the back like the Xbox Elite controller, or different?
No, like the old PlayStation controllers that had like buttons instead of trigger
you mean
shapes.
instead of the triggers have like the...
Yeah. Just
look,
have the
I may be a
flat
Sony
buttons.
fanboy, but even I'll admit that shit was a hot mess. Please, we don't need fucking squishy buttons
Alright.
where the triggers are.
We don't
Anyway.
need to talk about it anymore because apparently it's just a mock-up and we'll find out next
Yeah.
Tuesday. We'll probably talk about it on the podcast next week.
Yeah. Looking at the chat, we got someone asking, how do you feel about AAA games as a live service now on 5 to 10 year lifespans? So that's kind of what we're in right now. Every company is releasing these, and it turns out not everyone.
None of them.
No one's fucking loyal. No one wants to stay on these games that
You
long.
smart.
I think we're like, especially after Anthem, people are gonna
Jesus.
start realizing this. Like the era of WoW, where you can get someone to pay a subscription for 15 years. like that doesn't exist anymore.
Dude, the only reason WoW still does this is because WoW hit the fucking jackpot. No other MMO has pulled that off except like someone's gonna be like, oh, EverQuest exists. Guild
that's the
Wars
thing.
2 still technically exists.
Everyone talks about each MMO being the WoW killer, and the problem is it's like you can't kill WoW. There's like 2,000 people who will literally never play another MMO but
Dude,
WoW.
it's
and
too
you can't
late
kill
to kill WoW. The MMO genre is not a thing anymore because you know what? It turned into fucking Battle Royale. I know I've talked to... This has come up before, but I know I've said no one wants MMOs anymore because they're too much of an investment. Battle Royales are your social investment.
Yeah.
They're quick, easy, and more immediate reaction. There's much less of this. I mean, I've watched Luigi's streams for a little while, and it's like, oh, look, a half hour of Luigi sitting around typing in chat, putting his raid together.
Dude, that's what Endgame is.
I'm sure
that is what Endgame is.
Look, and there's 2,000 players who love that.
I totally respect loving that, but oh my god, no new kid these days is going to sit still for that fucking long.
Yeah, for real.
Hey, man, you never know.
Also, Hectic Angel, I did recognize the opening, but the problem is that's the opening to Dragon Ball Z Kai, which not everyone has seen. Only true weebs of culture recognize that English dub opening.
Weebs of culture. Not a fan. I'm not a fan because they use that Japanese soundtrack, and I don't like.
Ooh, that was a bad bit of Robo Tyler for a second.
We can understand him. Yeah, so like so this is also part of the problem I have with Super is Dragon Ball Super has a brand new soundtrack, but they keep the same feel of Japanese Dragon Ball, which has just like horns and upbeat shit everywhere. And I just want Bruce Faulkner to come in here and play some like dank synth line while Vegeta scowls. Like that's all I want.
Cypher, I did absolutely not put Luigi on blast. I totally respect his dedication that he raids twice a week with.
Look, we respect Luigi. We just don't respect the game that he's.
Also, Deeb's Nuts raised the point of Street Fighter V and Tekken going on 3rd and 4th season. Fighting games are basically their own little pocket dimension that has its own weird, fucked up rules. I don't know how does anyone get into fighting games? Can I honestly ask that question? Like, it seems like they don't.
Pick up the sticks.
You live somewhere where there's a store or a tournament scene. So, like, if you don't live where people play, you don't get into it. It's like it's simple as that. Like, if you don't live, so here's the thing: if you don't live somewhere where there's like a local game shop, it's hard to get into Magic. It's the same kind of deal.
Gigi, I see your post, but so what? A Star Wars trilogy bit from Game of Thrones creators, great. I've lost interest in Star Wars. I don't even want to take us off topic to talk about that.
What? Game of Thrones creators doing it? Oh man, we gotta talk about
fighting games. Fighting games are the thing that it's interesting to watch, and maybe someday it would be a bigger spectator sport, as we see with like Dragon Ball. Everyone loves watching Dragon Ball because they're like, look at these cool. That looks like a scene.
Really fun to watch.
Yeah, it's fucking great. But like
they did add fighters. That made me sad because I remember they took out Melee from Evo. That was like the only game I ever watched.
Yeah, but now you can just watch a new Smash game.
Right, but like Melee was like the GOAT though.
Well, now it's not. Now it's had its time and it's done.
I still hear Fox's sound effects haunting my dreams. To be perfectly honest, I'm happy it's over. Like,
nah, man, I love Melee, but tired of those up airs, bro.
But also, from what one of my other podcasts I listened to was like they talk about fighting games a lot, and they're like, yeah, Melee's still fine. They have tons of local tournaments and shit. They're not at Evo, but it doesn't mean Melee's dead. But it does mean that
Melee ain't dead.
Melee.
Here's the thing. I don't know a single person who watched Evo and said, "Oh man, what's Melee? I want to go play that." Like well, yeah. Evo is not a place where you learn about Melee. It may be for games like Under Night in Birth or whatever the fuck these new games are. But for something like Melee, it doesn't need the exposure to Evo to maintain its popularity.
I actually disagree, Deeb. He said the problem is people think fighting games are button mashers. I actually think it's the opposite. I know for myself, I don't want to get into fighting games because I know there's a lot more to know. There's timings and moves and counters.
I can't.
Fucking
Aiden sits here. He plays with our other friend Mike.
Yep.
And like they're like, "Yo, Tyler, play with us." I'm like,
nope.
"No," because they like learned all these freaking.
They're gonna body you, right?
And he checked me last night. They're like, "Yo, Tyler, I fight you in fighters." I'm like, "Oh my god!" And I got fucking destroyed. I'm like, "Yeah."
Yeah. What a shock!
Yeah,
like,
of course,
you know what you're doing. You know what? I remember there was a time years ago where I had a friend who I played a little bit of Marvel vs. Capcom 2 against. And we both played with simplified controls, and we would button mash against each other and have a blast. But as soon as someone steps in who knows what they're doing, well, I guess we can't have fun anymore because you know what you're doing. We're just dicking around. It all starts
with learning how to block, man. It all starts with learning what back does.
You're not wrong.
Like,
you're not wrong.
What is training mode? It's all downhill from there.
You're not wrong, but then there's no... You can't play like that against other people because then they know it's like...
Right, then you just go online.
Yeah.
I mean, that's literally what happened to me in Halo. Like, I played Halo 2 for the longest time locally, and then I got an Xbox Live subscription. And
you got way too good for your friends.
But I couldn't. Yeah, I couldn't play with them. And the only people who I could also play with are like the other kids at school who were like, we're good, that I exchanged Xbox Live accounts with, and like people online. And I was like, I can't play with my friends, and like it got kind of boring for them. I could tell somewhat. Like it became a joke, right? But it was like,
Aiden's in the chat and said he taught you that lesson yesterday.
Yeah, go fuck yourself, Aiden. All right, yeah. See, he's already talking shit.
I will say, Freeman, you understand when I say there's certain people in our past who we're both not really friends with anymore who we advanced, or at least me, because you were already, when we met, you were already higher up in Magic, but I advanced in Magic skill and deck building, and they never did.
Let's be real here. I wasn't advanced in deck building. I just knew how to net deck fun decks.
Sure,
but I get what you're saying. Yeah,
but you put thought into deck building.
Yeah, we didn't design these brain dead decks. We started getting really into like the intimate part of what synergizes in Magic the Gathering decks, and
like actually recognizing what works and what doesn't. And
yeah, so we were going to record this on Sunday, but we couldn't find a fun deck to actually talk about. Tim and I were just on Discord for like 2 hours, just talking about decks, and I was designing one. It was just blue-green Merfolk, and I was like, how do I just make this not linear? Like, I can't just make some brain-dead deck. Like, I have to make this fun. And, like, that was why I threw out 2 whole concepts, because I was like, ugh, these are just too simple.
Yeah, Brandon, if you're looking for Halo MCC, go back to the beginning of the live stream, because we fucking already covered it.
Oh, yeah, I was gonna type it in. I was gonna silently put it in.
Yeah, no, we're going through everything. We did Magic again. We did Halo again. Let's talk about the
we almost did a command me because Freeman was like, "Oh man, I want to build a Jund Lands deck," and then I got on Discord and was like, "So Freeman, you want to copy and paste the Jund Lands deck that 99% of the population runs?"
And great, I was like, "Yeah, I did. I realized it doesn't look that good."
And then you're like, "Wait a minute, this is the same deck everyone runs because this is either really tuned or really trash. Let's not do this."
Wait a fucking minute.
I mean, that's why I built 2 new decks recently that I think are very different, and I'm honestly really happy with where they are, and I want to just grind them out and make them better because they're not just the same. I don't know.
So just to lightly combine Magic with the topic.
Yes.
So we'll get into it in weeks, but I'm grinding the shit out of Magic Arena, which is really fun. And all I remember was it came out and everyone was like, "Oh man, Artifact is coming out in like 3 weeks.
Oh, we have
kill Magic." And I sat there and I'm like, no, not this bullshit again where everyone just jumps from game to game. And look what happened.
Yeah, news today.
Artifact died and Magic, in an actual quality game, which I'm not gonna lie, has some microtransaction shit in the arena.
Of course it does.
Is winning. Yeah. But
so here's the funny thing, really quick size. Tyler, you heard us talk about Artifact before,
I know,
right?
I'm fucking with you. Well,
no, I'm just
about this.
It's the one that the creator of Magic went to Valve and made a card game with Dota characters. Yeah, so the news came out today that he didn't. The headline was that he left, but actually, apparently, the article says he was laid off by Valve.
He was way too expensive to keep on to a game.
Way
too expensive.
Yeah, because the game is just not making money.
Damn, I mean, that shit happens. That shit happens with Rockstar game designers. They're like, yo.
It's okay. It frees him up to come work on Dominaria 2.
Oh, Jesus.
Go back to Magic, baby.
Oh, my God.
But yeah, I think there's so many factors playing into, to go back to the topic, that are playing into the longevity of games. Like, Heck, it is almost like Magic versus Arena. Flash in the pan, everyone said Magic is dead. Artifact is going to sweep it up. And then the fact that you had to pay to play Artifact and it was hard to watch, whereas Arena is complicated, but the interface for Arena is so much better than MTGO ever was, or even
Holy
Paper
shit,
Magic for watching. People can tell what's happening in Arena. It's like Hearthstone.
I think, and here's where we tie back into Twitch was, I think on day one of the big streamer beta, they added a plugin for Twitch that meant that anytime you hovered over a card you saw on someone's stream, it popped up the full card for you to read.
Yep, the cardboard. It's like a cardboard extension. I forget what it's called.
Yeah,
Cardboard Live
it's
or something.
really convenient because like I was watching some. It wasn't Pro Tour. It was one of these. So and this 8-year-old Dana Fisher ended up making it to day 2 of some tournament. And I was watching both of their matches, and I couldn't read any of the fucking cards because of the glare on all of their cards. And it was annoying. Like, I couldn't figure out what was going on. But on Arena, you can hover over anything. You can see everything and do it at your own pace. Like, they created a Twitch-compatible viewing experience.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
That's like, that really gets you immersed in it, right?
Yep.
I feel like that's really cool. Wait, did they implement anything like that in Hearthstone? Probably.
There might be. Well, it's not an official plugin. It's actually a fan plugin that scans
no
cards.
Shit. Man, leave it up to the fan base to make something better than the dev sometimes.
Oh yeah, no, but well, why would Wizards invest in this? Because they want everything to be streamed on Arena, which is pretty visible already. Or I think Arena. Doesn't Arena have some kind of built-in integration, Freeman, where you can hover? Yeah, we tried it when Day 9 was streaming and we watched it.
Yeah, you could hover over someone's graveyard and see what was in it.
Sorry, yes. Magic
cool.
Arena has its own Twitch thing where if someone's streaming Arena, you can hover over cards. Fans developed one of those for Paper. Star City Games
it tries to read the card that's on screen.
Yes,
show you
where
what it is.
when Star City Games streams their tournaments on the weekends, you can do that with those cards as well. Or they use it on their Versus Live series and things like that. It's really cool. This is the future that I want. Like being able to just hover over shit. Like that's also almost some AR shit.
But that was the thing. They played into the whole Twitch metrics are everything. Twitch is your big optics, and that brings us back to square one of this conversation.
Yes,
which is just
how Twitch shouldn't be the main optics.
Is Twitch trends are running everything, but is it actually, and should it? And
like I said before, the problem is it's the only big publicly available data source. We had no data before, so as soon as some data shows up, people are going to go, data.
The closest thing we had was active players on Steam, but now that everything's moving over to the Epic Store, we don't have that anymore.
Well, you can't. Well, everything. You can't compare Fortnite at least. Can't know how well Fortnite's doing or anything on Origin.
Right.
There's just
and
too much.
They won't release those metrics either, will
Nope.
No,
never.
And is Steam official? I thought Steam is Steam doesn't give the numbers, right? Isn't it like a third-party site that does it?
I thought you can see active players on Steam.
I know there's a way to see active players, but I'm saying, does Valve create that, or is that
within Steam you can see it?
I thought it was like a third party thing where you they try to track the server activity or something, or people pinging. I don't know.
I don't
doubt it.
know.
Where do you go? Where do you go to find this?
I don't know. Maybe it's third party.
I'll look it up after this.
I don't know. Maybe it's time to move on to weeks.
Yep. All right.
Wrap
that's
up
fine.
the topic.
Tyler, why don't you go ahead?
Oh man. So I've been watching.
Oh man.
Yeah, I've been watching my anime. I still didn't get to the ones that I listed off last week because I've just been busy. Still tying up some last minute things. The best news is that we got our whole security deposit back.
Oh,
nice.
Shit, nothing was taken out?
Nothing.
Wow.
Nothing. And I think they would have known that I would have been huffing and puffing about it. They're like, oh, we don't want to mess with that
They
Tyler
just didn't
guy.
want to deal with you.
Yeah, man.
Let's just get him out of here. Fuck it.
Just get this piece of shit the fuck out of here. But yeah, so I'm just watching my other stuff though, and I'm glad about that. Doing a lot of OT. because my job sucks. And then what else am I doing? Oh yeah, I forgot to mention last week. I'm watching The Umbrella Academy on Netflix.
Oh
I hear
yeah.
a lot of good things about it.
Yeah, I really like it. What's it called? I really like the it kind of reminds me of what did I it feels like feels like a Watchmen, if that makes sense.
Huh.
It's
Okay.
uh, has this sense of like action comic book hero thing, but it has that sense of like grounded almost realism, if that makes sense.
Sort of. Like
Yeah, like it
it's not super out there. Like it's kind of
yeah, like
yeah.
if people like listeners, if you guys have like read The Boys, right? A comic book, it's I would say it's almost similar to that, right? Like, oh, like these people have superpowers or whatever, but like it shows like the real effects of real life. And
Huh.
I read some of the comic book, right? But written by Gerard Way. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of don't like it.
Damn. Hot
Like
take.
not even a little bit. And the show and the book are extremely different from each other. Like they're almost not even the same thing.
Huh.
And the storybook takes place or the comic book takes place like when they're children, while the show takes place when they're adults.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Is it like more graphic than the original, or is it like
Yeah, it's a bit well, it's a PG-13 show, so it's as graphic as it
graphic
can
as
get.
that can go? Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, so that's what I'm doing right now. Just chilling out, trying to veg and
When you can.
watch shows. Yeah, and then I'm playing Witcher 3 still.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. So that's me.
Nice.
Uh,
Friedman,
I'll
what
go
about
next.
you?
Yeah. So I've fully immersed myself in the trash. I'm only watching the worst of the worst anime right now. So as we discussed, I'm catching up on quintessential quintuplets. I have like 2 more episodes left of How Not to Summon a Demon Lord, which is just like this is bad. This is like boobs constantly in your face. I'm upset I'm watching this show, but the fact that Luigi loved it means I have to finish it to see if it's actually redeeming itself, or if Luigi just liked it because it's trash. But I'm almost done with that. My other weeb friends who I hang out with on Mondays, I got them started on Kakegurui, and they both love it.
yes.
So starting next week, I'll finally start watching new episodes. So I can't wait for that. And then the last anime I need to watch this season, like catch up on it, is I brought it up a couple weeks ago. Domestic Girlfriend, the weird trashy shit where the dude's in love with his teacher, who's now his stepsister, but his other stepsister is the girl he like fucked a week ago before she was his stepsister. I don't know. All around huge mess. I don't want to talk about it anymore. That said, I'm totally gonna watch it.
Oh my god.
And then obviously, keeping up with everything else. Listeners, if you want like an actual real good show, like none of this like anime boob shit, like an actual fun mystery show, go watch The Promised Neverland. Every week has been like crazy. I cannot wait for this show to end because I want to know what the ending's gonna be. But
I've seen some commercials about it. It actually looks really cool.
it is really good. Like I love the mystery of it. Also, Hectic Angel, I'm not upset by anime titties. It's just like too much can be a bad thing. You know what I'm trying to say here? Like,
hey man, too much
of a
cocaine's
good
bad
thing.
for you, man.
Maybe I'm in the wrong. No, it's the listeners who are wrong. Anyway,
No, it is the listeners who are wrong.
I haven't got a chance to play any games. I know. So like right now on my queue, Darkest Dungeon is the next one I have to start.
Yes.
But I'm still just playing way too much Arena. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I finally have like 3 decks I play, and I'm just rotating through them, having fun. Like, I'm finally out of bronze. I'm in silver, and I'm trying to hit gold by the end of this.
Come on, Freeman, you can make that mythic. Let's do it.
Just gotta grind out 210 wins. Why not?
Hell yeah, dude.
But for this week, I don't know what's going on. I might have some work shit, so I don't know what's going on. For anyone who actually uses Google Assistant, Google's losing their minds behind the scenes. Shit's breaking left and right, and they have no explanation why. So if Google Home melts down in the next week, I honestly would not be surprised. It's really screwing over what I work on, so I might get tied up with work stuff. But on that, just D&D and more anime this week.
Nice. I'll just finish up. Just to not much else going on. Val's still recovering from her surgery, so just been spending a lot of time with her whenever I can. Watching Shield Hero, obviously, and 9-9, like I said, kind of gave up on Slime for now. Not really watching much else. I mean, nothing I'll admit to, at least.
That's really important about my week.
What?
So I think it was, I don't know if it was during the podcast like or after, but I was talking with Tyler about there are these really high quality headphones that were on sale.
Oh yeah. That was
I've been
after.
dying to get. So I took the plunge and I bought them. But I did some more research into high fidelity audio equipment and found that these headphones are just okay when you plug them in your computer, but they really need an amplifier. So I went down the deep end and started watching just a shit ton of videos about like,
oh my god,
hi-fi audio equipment, which DAC amp combos you want, and I must have watched collectively like 10 or 12 hours of content over the last week about what DAC amp to get. My expensive ass DAC amp combo came in the mail today, so I can't wait to set up some new audio equipment and re-listen to every song I own.
Holy smokes.
Yeah. So that's happening too.
Back to my way.
Yeah, sorry.
Honestly, not much going on. Trying to play games with these guys whenever possible. Like I said, me and Tyler recorded Crackdown. Probably try to record some again, either maybe tomorrow or just over the weekend or something. I don't know. We'll figure it out.
Something.
We're gonna try to just finish that fucking game. Honestly, if we don't play Siege after this, and even if we do and end early, I'm just gonna try to do those propaganda towers and just run around and get spawn points in those. Cause
yeah, fuck those propaganda towers.
Tyler just hates them. I'm just gonna take care of them, get them done off camera. I don't even. Who even cares if there's a reward? Like this is nothing.
I care, Tim. I care a lot.
That sucks because I don't. You ain't gonna get it from me.
Neo, I did my first session in almost 2 weeks yesterday, and it's a short one because I died to 2 bosses a lot. That game is really fucking cool. I fought a creepy as shit boss yesterday. It was like a lion. What's it called? The thing with the face of like the body of a lion, but a tail snake. It's like a chimera. Is that chimera?
I know what you're talking about.
No, it's oh my god.
It's another Greek thing.
I
though.
was literally
one
reading
in
the
Shield
fucking
Hero the other week.
picture book yesterday.
Oh yeah.
It's a
whatever they are.
Fuck.
So
me.
it's one of those, but instead it has like a creepy monkey-looking mask on instead of just the face of a lion, and it shoots lightning at you. But it was fucking tough, and it was a lot of. But it was a.
I think it's just a chimera.
I thought it was. Anyway, Neo is still really fucking good. But like I said, Shadow of the Tomb Raider. No one's watching it. And I don't really want to play it, but I'm so close to being done with that game. I'm like 2 sessions away. A griffin. Okay. Wait, no, griffins have wings. It is a chimera. Thank you, Aiden.
Yeah.
Anyway, Shadow of the Tomb Raider, I'm going to do like 2 more sessions of. I don't want to, but I need to clear it up so I can get it off my conscience, uninstall it forever, and then just focus on playing Neo. And then I need a game that I can't grind on the side, which is why I'm not going to go do Kingdom Come Deliverance or
That's a hefty
Dishonored. Game. Yeah, Dishonored's not as bad, but I just don't feel like playing another first-person action-y kind of game. Because I'm playing Neo and I'm playing Shadow of the Tomb Raider, which is just Shadow of the Tomb Raider is like almost a fucking Far Cry game. It's getting to that point. So I have an idea for a Star Wars Season 2 I might do. But I gotta get it working again, so I'm not gonna spoil what it is.
Did you do a Revengeance Let's Play?
Years ago, but yes. I loved
okay.
Revengeance.
Alright, maybe I should watch it then.
Revengeance was fucking great. Just be prepared for bad audio and everything, because a lot of those old videos are shit, but I honestly hate everything that didn't come out in the last, 6 months, but that's always been the case since I started, so. Yeah, maybe, I don't know. That's also why I don't want to start Vampire. I don't want to start another grind game. I need more short things that I can have while my long thing is Neo until that finishes.
Yeah, Sekiro is going to be cool.
Sekiro, I'm not playing for a while, though. I actually said it at the start of Neo.
I don't know. I thought about it. I'm just like, shit, because Deep said it, and I'm like, shit.
Yeah, I really want to play Sekiro, but I think I said it on the podcast, too, because Tyler sounds like he's heard it. But
Oh damn, that's like 10 days off.
yeah.
Yeah, dude.
But honestly, with how all the Dark Souls games had at least one big DLC and a bunch of balance changes and stuff, honestly, I could stand to wait for Sekiro. Neo's scratching that itch pretty good right now, and I'm really enjoying Neo. So by the time the itch comes back after I beat Neo, it'll probably be time for Sekiro to be like $30.
There you go.
And then, in addition to all that, on the side, still trying to play Rainbow Six whenever possible with anybody here or Aiden, because it's always been fun whenever we have anybody playing Siege. Siege is just still super fun to play with people. Other than that, not much going on. Work still sucks. Apparently, we're like somehow slowing down and about to get a ton of work as always. So, really gonna start the look soon. Selling off magic cards. Got to take care of that tonight before I go to bed. But yeah, overall, just same old. Lots of games. Trying to get through a lot of stuff to kind of clear my schedule a little. So, I think we're gonna end the podcast here. And we're actually not even at hitting 2 hours for the first time in a long time.
Before we sign off, though, listeners, I know we didn't talk about it as a topic, but do you want us to talk about fan service next week? Let us know.
Yeah, let us know if you actually like that topic or if you would rather us just figure something else out.
Also, let us know if you want to keep going on with these live podcasts.
I like doing it live. This is a lot of fun. Cypher just said... I actually really enjoy doing this live. Like I said, it means less work for me on the back end, which is really nice because it means I don't have to edit a bunch of stuff and deal with like setting time codes and everything later. I could just do it during the podcast.
We'll announce it right next time instead of just like, yo, boom, we live, boys.
I mean, you have to actually stick to a scheduled start time.
I mean, I did. I set the YouTube video when I got home from work, basically, to the announced live stream.
Bruh, that's not notice enough.
I mean, I'll announce early. We also don't know when we even do, like. I ask you guys at like 12 o'clock today.
Right,
are we doing a podcast?
I can't tell if everyone's yes in the chats are about the live format or if they want titties next week. I really can't tell.
Yeah, please let us know. Well, Cypher cleared it up at least. But yeah, we'll announce. I mean, I'll put out like a tweet and a Facebook post earlier in the day on Tuesdays if we know we're going to do it. And 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time is going to be our set start time because that's always when we shoot for recording on Tuesdays. But be sure to check the YouTube page. Like I'm going to set, as soon as I get home from work or on lunch or something, I'll set the YouTube video to say when we're going to start.
Once we've confirmed we have a full cast for the night.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
But yeah, I think we'll try to do this live thing again because it's fun to interact with chat a little bit, get some story ideas from everybody live instead of dealing with comments and questions later. Okay, both. So it is anime and do it live.
All right, we're going to do Anime Titties live. That's what I like to hear.
Alrighty, so thank you guys so much for the inaugural live episode of TNT Podcast. If you are somehow listening to the audio later, be sure to check it out live. It's a fun time. But until next time, thank you all so much for watching. My name's Timpedia.
I'm Friedman.
And it's just Tyler, big titty anime expert. Remember.
And we'll catch you guys next week. Thanks for listening.